all things do work together for good, sooner or later. Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. When one of you makes a mistake, control any anger you may feel and trust God completely no matter what happens. These words were a bit of advice I offered to my son Jonathan and his bride Sarah in a special letter I wrote them 18 months after I officiated at their wedding. In a storybook setting on Mackinac Island in Michigan, one of these stories I put in the letter follows. It's a story that may be hard to believe, but it is true. Married less than a year, Sarah and I arrived at my parents' home for a weekend visit. While preparing for bed, I noticed I'd forgotten my contact lens case, so I improvised. For overnight storage of my contacts, I put water in 2 juice glasses, dropped a contact in each, and put them on top of the toilet tank in a nice, safe place. Next morning, I found one of the glasses was empty and my contact was gone. "Sarah," I yelled, "did you do anything with my contacts in the 2 juice glasses on the back of the toilet?" When I heard, "Oh no," I knew we had a problem. I got up in the night and used one of those glasses to take a pill. Mad as a hornet, I bellowed, "You did what? How could you? For heaven's sake, you drank my contact." As Sarah joined me in the bathroom, she left the door open. Young and very much in love, we were not too skilled in handling anger. Stung by my heated words, which my parents could hear, Sarah retorted, "Why would anyone in his right mind not put a sign up saying, 'Do not use'?" I retorted by questioning Sarah's sanity as well as wondering why anyone would drink out of a glass sitting on the back of a toilet. She wondered why anyone would leave a glass of water there if he didn't want it used. Round and round we went, making no sense. Knowing we had no money to replace the contact, an expensive item at the time, only fueled our frustration and anger. Eventually we calmed down. I felt foolish for going off on Sarah and in front of my parents to boot. Within the hour, Sarah and I prayed together and we invited my parents to join us. As we both asked for forgiveness for our anger, we claimed the promise in Romans 8:28 that God would cause everything to work together for good for those who love him. My prayer was short. "Lord, you know about the contact. Your will and good work be done. Thank you." Because we could ill afford any extra expense, I went to the optometrist, fearing the worst. To keep the story short, I got the best. My eyes had always needed contacts of different strengths. The doctor's tests showed that I needed stronger contacts on both eyes. But the contact I had left was the exact strength needed for one of my eyes. So I only had to get 1 new contact. Sarah had swallowed the contact that needed replacing. Sarah and I rejoiced at the good news, seeing it as a sign that God does indeed make all things work together for good, for those who love him, even the mundane stuff. But suppose I had needed 2 new contacts. Would God have failed to hold up his end of the bargain in Romans 8:28? Of course not. God does not always send happy endings that fit our perspective, but he does work out things for the good of those who love him. And sometimes he allows contacts to be swallowed so we can truly see. God had worked good in our lives as we learned that a good marriage is not about being perfect communicators who never lose their cool, but when we do, it's about talking to him and listening for his answers. It's not about staying angry at each other for days over a mistake. It's about swallowing our pride, stopping to pray, and seeking God's guidance. Over the years, we have learned that we stay on the right path when we trust God completely, no matter what happens. We urge you to do the same, knowing he does work out of things for good, sooner or later. Thank the Lord that when frustrating or bad things happen, somehow, at some time, he works things together for good. Ask for the wisdom and faith to believe his promise in Romans 8:28. When bad things happen, call time out, settle down, then go to God in prayer, trusting him to work things out for good according to his perfect timing.